Hey, good afternoon. I haven't done a video for a while and I wanted to get everyone caught up on some things that are going on in credit world specifically. And let me tell you, one of the ones that we're still seeing, I've been doing the credit damage cases, the Fair Credit Reporting Act cases for 20 years now. You'd imagine that some of the debt collectors and some of the credit bureaus would get some things straight, but they don't. One of the things we're still seeing is messing around with the date of delinquency or the date of default when on the credit reporting. Now, let me explain what goes on. Let's say you have a credit card with a bank and you go into default, let's say on September 1st of 2014. Okay, if that bank is going to credit report you, they have to credit report you accurately. They have to say that the date of first delinquency or the date of default was September 1st of 2014, or it might be October 1st of 2014 if there's a provision in the credit card contract that says that the default is set, 30 days after the first missed payment. Okay, so we've got that date as the date of first delinquency or the date of default. Now, what happens is the bank assigns the debt for collection to a debt collector. Now, the debt collector, by law, is supposed to report the date of default or the date of first delinquency as September 1st, 2014 or October 1st, 2014. In short, the same date of first delinquency as was being used by the bank. Now, most of them do, many of them do. Unfortunately, not all of them do. A lot of times, if they take the assignment in, let's say, December of 2018, which is now, they'll report the date opened or the date of first delinquency on the account as December of 2018. And what they're doing is they're giving themselves, excuse me, they're giving themselves 4 extra years of collection activity because, as you know, or as you should know, a derogatory mark, a regular derogatory for a missed payment or a default on your credit report will come off your credit report after 7 years and 6 months after date of first delinquency. So that's when it's supposed to come off. When they when a debt collector redoes the dates, so they show that the date opened is December of 2018 or the date of the default is December of 2018, what they're doing is giving themselves 4 extra years to collect on that debt because the credit bureaus will calculate the date that the derogatory is supposed to fall off your credit report from basically the date opened or the date of first delinquency that's provided by the furnisher, by the debt collector. So when you're looking at your credit reports and you see that a debt collector has what is called re-aged or changed the dates on a debt to make sure that they can report it longer, that is a violation of the Fair Credit Reporting Act. You need to dispute it. You need to dispute it in writing with the bureaus. You need to also send a dispute letter to the debt collector and to the original creditor, all of them, and say, listen, I want this reported accurately. The date of default was back in September of 2014, and I opened this account, years before, whatever, Discover Card, whatever, you opened it 2, 3, 4 years before. I don't want this debt collector saying that the date opened was December of 2018. It's not December 2018. That's a false date. And the damage and the harm to you, the consumer, is that the debt collector is actually buying themselves or cheating themselves into 4 more years of collecting that debt against you, putting more pressure on you, and also a recent debt. A recent debt has a much stronger negative effect upon your credit score than a debt that's 5 years old. So if you have a derogatory that's 5 years old that's sitting on your credit report, it's probably not affecting your credit score a whole lot, if at all. If you have one that's 5 weeks or 5 months old, it's affecting your credit score a lot. It could drop it by more than 100 points. So these are some things to know when looking at your credit report. It's good to be back. I haven't done a YouTube video for a while, but I got my video camera set up again, and I want to do some more videos and get some more information out there for everyone's use. Anyway, we'll talk soon. Thanks very much.